Regulating the food industry, Eugene Tang. We have an enormous problem, something that is affecting our children every day. Children eat school lunch 180 days per year. Many kids are relying on their school to provide their nutritional needs. But many children and adults' diets are off balance, preferring and favoring junk food, fast food, and highly processed foods instead of the whole grains, fruits, and vegetables that they need to be healthy. Children are eating too much junk food that will lead to health problems later in life. Our kids are going to die at a younger age than us because of diet-related diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. Obesity rates have nearly tripled since the 1980s. Nearly one in 3 American children under the age of 19 are overweight. 17 of those are obese, and that's 12.5 million children. Children deserve better foods than processed junk food in their schools. Our children deserve real, fresh, healthy food that is prepared from scratch. U.S. Congress needs to regulate the food industry.
Hey Burger, you know what? You're too greasy.
What about you? You are too sweet. No, wait, I mean you have too much sugar.
When people eat you, they gain too much weight.
When people drink you, they gain too much calories.
What about the cholesterol you give them?
Speak about the acid you have that leads to problems in the bone marrow.
Speaking of problems, what about the heart diseases you cause on many people that are trying to protect their health?
Oh really? Mr. Soda, I'm delicious and everybody loves to eat me, though I'm a bit harmful on health.
You know what? People should reduce eating too much burger.
Yeah, you're right. They also should stop drinking too much of you.
It's pretty obvious that the standard American diet is relatively inexpensive, convenient, and satisfying. Whether it's highly marketed fast food or highly processed packaged foods in the supermarket, what Americans eat has changed dramatically over decades. The U.S. has the highest rate of obesity in the industrialized world. In the mid-1990s, $17 billion has gone to crops like corn and soybeans, mainstay ingredients of the junk food industry. This is a sharp contrast to the $260 million in subsidies given to healthier menu options like fruit and vegetables. What the government has done is to use our tax to subsidize certain crops at the expense of others to ensure that the cost of oils, sugars, and grains stay artificially low. With low input costs, food manufacturers can turn a tidy profit. The end result is that the processed foods, even though they require more technology, more labor, and more marketing to produce and sell, are cheaper to the consumer than real whole foods. Imagine this. If you were broke and had just $3 to spend on food today, would you buy a head of broccoli or a super value meal with french fries, a cheeseburger, and a Coke? You would probably grab the highly processed junk foods instead of healthy foods, not because you don't want to be healthy, but because you can only afford to buy cheap meals. For most people who have very little to spend on food, it is fairly obvious what they would buy. Corn and soybean subsidies are cited as the two most prominent offenders in the fight against obesity in the United States. Soybeans are the source of 70% of the fats and oils consumed by Americans. Corn is a high-calorie component of soft drinks, fruit drinks, canned fruits, condiments, baked goods, and ice cream, all of which contribute to obesity. Subsidies on soybean and corn are responsible for making the high-calorie processed foods that contribute to the American epidemic of obesity by making high-calorie foods the most affordable options for consumers. There is no doubt that obesity has become a public health crisis. Congress needs to start taxing soft drinks and heavily processed fast foods now and make healthy foods cheaper.
This world.
It's really expensive to get healthy food in the US.
Fast food is much too accessible.
The government can stop the advertisements, can stop all the bad foods, yet they let it keep going and then they complain about obesity.
It's
Some may say that obesity is not an important problem to be concerned about, and that there are much more important issues to deal with right now. But like I said earlier, one out of 3 kids is overweight or obese, and that children will die younger than their parents due to obesity. Obesity has become a public health crisis. Obesity is killing us. The bottom line is that the U.S. Congress should regulate the food industry by bringing the cost of healthy foods down to the point where they are now cheaper than heavily processed junk foods. And they need to start taxing soft drinks and heavily processed foods and fast foods, and make healthy food cheaper and make the price in reach for poor families. Thank you for watching.